over 175 countries, all the ships at sea. You can hear us on the American Forces Radio Network, as always. Shout out to our brave men and women of the United States Armed Forces. Thank you for what you do for us. Thank you to the Day Trader Quattro right there on your screen. Every single day, bringing their best. That's why we love them. Back here at the bar, it is Costa. It is Mary Britt Godwin and Sully. And, of course, it's Corey Perlman. Oh, I love that guy. Corey Perlman, social media keynote speaker. He's owner of Impact Social Media, Inc. A couple websites to find him, Corey Perlman, and it's PERLMAN.com and ImpactSocialMedia.com. Back with us here to tell us how bad that social media landscape is getting day by day.
I'll tell you, the thing I complain about is the AI stuff, and I keep saying the same thing over and over again. If I say Sprinter van, and all of a sudden, but that's also a good thing, because the other day I was looking for stuff for a Sprinter van, and all of a sudden, bam.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. However, Corey, you maintain that social media is punishing our business. And I would agree with that. My biggest thing about social media has always been just the sheer traffic now. I mean, it's almost like, and I always bring back the music business to you because it's what we can relate to. Back in the day, if you got your song played on K-Rock in LA, you'd get a record deal. It'd be a standard deal. Now it's way more democratic in terms of people, independent artists want to get their music out. Everyone can release an album. Everyone can release a CD. There's no barrier to entry. The problem is the traffic. And I think that's got to be part of this, right? I mean, every major social platform has got 500 of me and 500 of you. How do I stand out?
That's a great question. It's good to see you all again.
You too, buddy.
One of the ways, and the reason I sent this segment to you is we noticed recently even more of a drop in engagement when people try to send people away from the platform. So it's just a reminder to your listeners how important it is to each of these platforms for you to keep people on their platform. And we're noticing a 40 to 60% drop in engagement if you try to send people to your website, to a podcast link. Anything external is bad for business.
Really? You want to keep them there in the platform. I mean, that seems to have been the thing for a long time, but you're seeing that even more now. And I want to ask you about when, like on Instagram, you can't put a link in the caption. So the thing is to say, check. There's the.
I can't just put like, I'm Sully, go to sully.com or whatever.
Right. If you want to say tickets here, you have to say link in bio.
I see.
Do you think that the algorithm goes against posts that, because they can see that people are getting around it by putting the emoji of the link, link in bio, or spelling it kind of weird or something. But because do you think the algorithm knows, hey, they're trying to get people off of our site, so we're not going to do that?
Yeah, I mean, let's just make a fair assumption that the algorithm's probably one step ahead of us.
Yes.
So yes, they're figuring that stuff out, and they just, Mary, they just made a recent update you probably saw where you can put links inside of Reels to other Reels.
Yes.
So they're giving you the opportunity to consume more content on the platform.
Right.
So businesses need to be thinking about how to market their stuff without sending them away from each platform.
Well, and do you think that users now are smart enough to know you don't need to say link in bio, because people know how to find the link if they need to find the link? I mean, I think at this point, a user is smart, except for maybe this guy.
No, I didn't argue about that. I argued that nobody reads. I argued that most of the time when you're looking at these things, nobody reads the notes below.
People don't read captions.
The people don't read captions is my argument. I mean, if you're going to do a message, make the message in the picture, because you've been telling us. Remember, it was photo, then it was first it was sound, then it was photo, then it was video, and of course it is now. And I'm saying, put it right there, because I don't know what the percentage is of me actually going down and reading something.
That's exactly right. So if you're on Instagram, don't send them to your website. Have them DM you within the platform. And this is why on LinkedIn, you heard me say on one of our last segments, LinkedIn newsletters is such a hot feature. Why? Because instead of sending them off to Constant Contact or Exact Target or another email platform or e-newsletter platform, you can have that right in LinkedIn. That's why we think LinkedIn newsletters are so powerful right now. It keeps you within the walls of LinkedIn.
So they don't want you to send them away from the platform for obvious reasons. Can you explain the difference between what a native video is and what a document carousel is? What does that mean?
Yeah, so a document carousel post is, like a series of images that you would slide through on either Instagram or LinkedIn. They call it a carousel post on Instagram. On LinkedIn, it's called a document post. And then a native video is simply actually uploading your video straight to Instagram, as opposed to putting a YouTube link on there where, again, you have to click out to YouTube to see it. So as long as you're uploading videos to the native platform, you have the best opportunity for maximum engagement.
I think what's interesting here is when you start thinking in terms of why do you have to have so many tricks? Why aren't they making it more complicated than it needs to be? I mean, why not just put it out there and the most interesting stuff wins? But
Sully, they got a business to run. I mean, I always tell people this, it makes sense, just like Mary was saying. I mean, they want to keep you on their site as long as possible. And they will lie to you and tell you, oh, no, it's okay. Put those links on. Let them go back, No way, man.
No way.
Keep them on the site.
Yeah, I'm noticing more and more people saying, DM me for this product or this course. And it actually got me last night. I'm signing up for a course. And, it works because the DM is so easy, and then Meta is going to push that post out to more people.
You got it.
And half the time you DM them for photos, it's not the photos that you want. It's such a lie. Talk about lying, Corey.
Whoa.
When you're
be careful with all that.
Corey Perlman.
Where are we going with this?
Corey Perlman, social media keynote speaker. He's owner of Impact Social Media Incorporated.
Will there be a time, and maybe we're getting upon, look at radio and television, terrestrial radio and television are still king of all media in terms of ad spend. Is there going to be a time when, as I've always mentioned, that those cable companies are going to turn into internet companies, and because we all consume our media more on, if my controller's on my phone, I'm rarely watching. I've got DirecTV, but it's for sports.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But then, of course, now I find myself going to NFL Network, Major League Baseball, MLB Network, and so on and so forth to watch that. How close do you think we are to the point where social media is going to be the place we go, rather than watching commercials, which we all enjoy at the Super Bowl maybe, but to the point if I'm looking for something, I'm now looking, honestly, actively looking, not only how the band's doing and how our friends are doing on social, but I'm looking for the next thing to be served up that might be cool. I'm almost there.
We're almost there, and we'll have a whole nother segment, but I think that YouTube, is ruling the world in a lot of ways, and I'm getting my cable, my TV, if you will, my entertainment from YouTube, and I think a lot of people are headed in that direction as well, so we're real close, Sully.
And I just asked my daughter, I said, are you going to watch SNL because Harry Styles is on? And she's like, I'll just watch, looking for clips on TikTok. She just, this generation is just the clips, the highlights. I don't want to bother with the whole 90-minute show.
I have to admit, I did the same with the Academy Awards. I watched the whole clips on Instagram, didn't watch one single bit on TV.
Blasphemous.
Mary
That's the best night of the year.
Corey.
Sorry, Mary.
But it was really good. Go watch the Sinners clip if you got to watch anything.
I'm to the point now because of social media where one of my favorite shows of all time, because it's just so inappropriate, is Eastbound and Down.
But it's Sully humor.
It is so. One of the best lines is, the celebrity list doesn't end there. We're going to get Kirk Cameron's cousin. He's not lame like Kirk Cameron. That guy throws down. And if we can get the travel right, we're getting Tercel for the third season of Real World. The bottom line is, I love like your daughter. I don't need to watch the whole show.
Nope.
I'm getting the best parts of Anchored Man. Anchorman. I'm getting the best parts of the other stuff.
Let the boy walk.
That's the boy walk.
Corey Perlman.
Said to my wife, Beverly. Corey, you got to come in studio and hang for an entire week.
I'm coming in December. I'm coming in December.
Let's go.
Social media keynote speaker, owner of Impact Social Media Inc. CoreyPerlman.com, ImpactSocialMedia.com. Keep it here. We hope you continue to watch. The big show rolls on after the.
I hear Daniel Day-Lewis may make an appearance.